Hey y'all, it's me Rodney from Rustic Relics. Sorry about the delay. We had at first there was a fight. It took us longer to get home than we thought, and then all of a sudden, when I hit go live, it didn't take us live. So I apologize for that. But I'm glad to see everybody's here, and there's
Missy from Rustic Relics.
There we go.
Yay! Yeah.
All right, what you doing today, Missy?
Okay, so I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've just now gotten around to it. But these are candles, but they're not the real candles. They're LED candles, the kind that take batteries like this. That way you can turn them on and put them on a timer. That one on? Yeah. So that is what we're going to be playing with tonight. And I have this board that I'm kind of like I was trying to gauge them. Oh, you can see them?
Yeah.
Now this one is different, but I'm still going to do this one. These three match, so I'm going to put these three together. But this one is different. But I can set this up. And we're going to be using the Decoupage of the Month papers again on this one because I love the blue and white. And I think that it's just perfect to tie into the 4th of July with the red and all that kind of stuff, and it's just a really classic look for summer and stuff. So that's where we're going to go with what papers we're going to use again tonight. And so your Decoupage of the Month papers have been mailed out, and I did sneak in two napkins into the Decoupage of the Month club, and it's going to be these right here. And I think those are really pretty. So I'm thinking about using this one on this one that's going to be an oddball by itself, and then using the other papers on the other three.
And when she said sneaks in, she was legit. She was sneaking them in because I was sealing them up in the process.
Yeah.
So some of them may not be actually in the sleeve.
Yeah, but I got them
they'll
all
be
in
in the envelope because she was like, "Ooh!" And I was like,
like
"What are you
these,
doing?"
and these match perfectly with the decoupage papers. So.
All right, I know I typed hi to a bunch of folks, so let's say it out loud.
Go ahead.
Donna said hello, hello Donna. Lisa said hello, hello Lisa. And Sharon said hello, hello Sharon. Karen said hey guys.
Hey.
Kathy said hey everyone. And Frida, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's Frida. Frida said hello, and she Rodneyed the video.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
And Jamie said hello. And Susie said hi, guys.
Hi.
All right.
Okay, so this one's going to be really simple. What I have is my decoupage papers, some Mod Podge, and the 1-inch brush. And I also have a cup of water with me. And I did grab my heat gun just to see.
I grabbed my Mountain Dew.
Okay, so my LED candles they actually are wax. This one is not so much, and I don't think this one is.
That one's
either.
plastic. Two of them's plastic, two of them are wax.
These are wax. So I think that we possibly could use our heat gun to kind of just help seal the deal on the Mod Podge and the candles. You could do this on real candles, but just know that when you're burning it, you're also burning the rice paper. So I'm not quite sure how that would go.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're just wanting the candles for the looks of it, that you could use real candles easily too. So that's why I kind of wanted to make sure that I use these two little ones because they are wax. So you can kind of see if you choose to do this, if you choose to do it with the LED candles or real candles, either which way, it will work. So, and this is my board that, like I said, I was just trying to play around with and kind of display it on, like, is the centerpiece like for a table or something. I think it would be really good, but I'm just going to push it out of the way for right now.
Karen says she's excited for the project.
All right.
Or move that camera back so it wouldn't be, the light back so it wouldn't be so bleeding through bright on the video.
So
I was kind of washing everything out even though I had white balance turned on.
These are
Overhead.
3 of the papers. If you haven't seen already, these are 3 of them, and then these are the other 2. But what I did was I went with these 3 because the colors kind of blend in good together. This one's a little bit different.
So again, these are the Decoupage of the Month Club papers.
Right.
And if you're new and you haven't already signed up, you still can. You got until the 15th.
So these are the ones we're going to be working with tonight, plus the napkin. I've got it too. Oh, and I forgot, I do have a little piece of sandpaper.
She cheated on us.
Yeah,
Little
it's
piece of
400.
sandpaper.
This is 400 grit. Super, super, super fine. But let's go with that.
Lisa said, me too. She's excited as well.
All right. So these papers are really perfect for it. They go around. So what I'm going to do is kind of play on where I want my image to be. So I'm kind of going like that. And then it will wrap around actually all the way around the candle and overlap. So these are actually going to work out really perfect for this candle project. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go with the paintbrush and some water. And I'm going to tear my edges. Because we're going to wrap this around the candle, but we're kind of just going to blend our edges in together. So the water helps tear it and get it softer and gets rid of all of my parts that I don't need.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I am back.
Around it. You could do this with, I think you could do this with a lot of different papers. I think that this would be pretty done at Christmas time too.
I don't think you'd want to do it with fiber paper though. I think fiber paper is a little thick for that.
I think you could do it on the LED candles, not real candles. I don't think you would want to do the fiber paper on real candles because you're not burning these.
No, I'm talking about. I think it's just too fibery. That's what I was talking about at the store when you were thinking about it. I think it's just too. I don't think it would be as easy to work with. Is what I mean to say.
I think you wouldn't tear it. I think you could cut it though and line it up. You could use tissue paper, use decoupage paper, napkins.
I'm getting to where I like tissue paper.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's that. And then like I said, what I'm wanting to do is just kind of figure out where. So I've got the whole main scene like that. So I think I like it like that.
Yeah, Lisa said maybe fiber paper is a little too stiff.
Could be. It would be an experiment for sure.
All right, here's a tip, guys. If you buy any of the fiber paper, I know that there's several of you that already have. Iron it first before you put it down.
Iron it or steam it.
Or steam it. Yeah, you can steam it with a steamer.
You could easily steam it.
That way you go ahead and get your wrinkles out before you use it.
So what I'm going to do is
because it took us a little bit to get the wrinkles out of the table that we did last week.
Yeah, I really wish I would have paid attention to that before I started it. I really wish I would have thought to iron it or steam it out. So we're just going to use Mod Podge. And like I said, this one is like a plastic. It's not really wax. It's got texture to it too, so I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to use Mod Podge and I'm going to spread it on the candle.
Will it wrap all the way around?
This paper will.
That's cool.
And I'm just going to get started with my paper. So I think, yeah, about right there. Well,
this is most definitely new for me.
Line it up. I'm trying to make sure I keep it straight.
Yeah, straight up and down.
Right.
You'll know when you wrap it around. Because it'll do that weird thing that round stuff does. Mm-hmm. So hopefully everybody had a wonderful Tuesday so far. I know it's Tuesday night for a lot of us. For us, it's Tuesday night already. Yep. For some of us, still Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So that's even better.
I'm glad you know the time difference. I don't never know.
Yeah, 7, 6, 5. And if you're on the East Coast, it's 8 o'clock.
So just kind of firmly press it. But you know, tissue paper is a little bit, you can overwork it. So the same thing, you don't want to overwork it. And then watch your fingers as you're going around the candle. You don't want the Mod Podge seeps into the tissue paper. You're going to want to be careful with that. I'm going to hold it up to my still so I can make sure I'm going in a straight enough line. And just gently pressing it. I'm not using a lot of pressure because I'm not trying to get it to seep crazy deep into the paper while I'm trying to manhandle it.
There we go. I got that. I was trying to straighten out your camera there. Karen said that would be here. It's 5:15, almost time for dinner.
Almost. So we have a little overlap. So what I'm trying to figure out is, do I care about the overlap?
With the twirl design, the way you tore it, you could probably blend it pretty easily.
Yeah, I think I can actually. So what I'm going to do, since this overlap is very, very small, just going to use the Mod Podge on my brush, and I'm just going to wrap it around. And I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay a lot.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the advantage of doing the tearing, I think. Mm-hmm. It's easier to fade
when you're doing it like that, for sure. It'll blend in really good. So I'm just going to fold this under because it's okay for right now. And then what I'm going to do is let me grab a bowl. I wish I would have grabbed a bowl. Let me grab a bowl so I can squeeze this Mod Podge in it and dip my brush into it. That would be easier.
Yep. Getting a bowl
would be easier.
But yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy day at the store. We were kind of busy at first, and then not so busy, and then we had a bunch of stuff that we had to try to get done at the very end.
So then what I'm going to do, I folded this up underneath it because what I want to do is let it dry a little bit before I go through and sand it off. And that's why we went with the 400 grit, because I want it to be fine. This is where you just don't want to overwork your Mod Podge. You're just going to want to put a coat on it just to get it covered. And then we're going to set it to the side and we're going to let it dry. And then we'll work on the other ones. And then we'll come back and we should be able to get all of this off. But like this candle has ridges in it. It has a little bit of texture to it. So I'm just using my brush to try to push it into the texture of this candle without overworking my candle. And then if we have to, we can come back over after it's all said and done and just hit the edges of everything to make sure that we have it all the way down and secure.
Donna says she used the wax LED candles, wrapped napkins around them, then held the parchment paper around that, used the heat tool carefully. Yes. No Mod Podge. It actually turned out really well. The napkin melts into the wax.
Okay, so a very, very long time ago, I've done this with tissue paper, and the way that we did it, we made them for the kids. Made it as Christmas gifts for my mama. They colored on tissue paper with marker, and then we let it completely dry. And then we had the LED candles that are like the wax, like you said, and then we took the heat gun and heated the wax up enough just to get the tissue paper to melt into the candle. And I still have them, of course. When I got all of my mama's stuff, I got those out from where the kids did that. So tissue paper is a lot thinner, which napkins are too, a lot thinner than the rice paper. And that's why I thought with the rice paper, I just want to go ahead and Mod Podge it on there, just that way it's nice and glued on there. That was my thoughts about it. But I have done it like she said, but I used tissue paper.
That's cool.
Yeah, back in the day. It's actually on my nightstand, and it's got Kaylee's little drawing on it.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's where we did that when she was a little kid, a wee baby. So we'll do this one the same way. So this one is actual wax. So I think that we could actually do the heat gun on this one and melt it up. So what I'm going to do is take my brush and I'm going to go a little bit above my candle.
I still haven't bought a water pen, guys.
It's okay, the brush works.
I was just thinking about that when you did that. I was like, oh yeah,
and
I
then
forgot.
We'll tear this one up.
I totally forgot about it.
Save that piece. And then what we'll do is go ahead and take these edges off.
Donna said Mod Podge is the best.
Yeah, it is good, for sure. And then we'll go this way.
They're not trimming too much off, are you?
No.
Okay.
I gave myself
plenty of space, plenty of space.
Some grace. Or at least I hope I did. I was looking for grace on the other side. Hopefully I got it on this side too.
Right.
We'll find out.
We shall see.
We shall see.
You want some Copico?
No.
No. Copico is awesome.
It is good. There we go. Yeah. I gave myself enough room on both. If I don't brush it.
Donna says, so the Mod Podge is the best way to go for the non-wax candles?
I think it is. Just, I tore it with my hand because I wasn't being careful. But it's okay. I can just move it down. Yes, it's still wet and I tore it. But I'm trying to.
So this one you're doing is a real wax candle?
This one's a real wax
parchment
candle.
paper? Or wax paper? If you're going to be heat gunning, you might want to be really careful. So
I still want to use Mod Podge though. But, I mean, if I was going to use anything, I would do parchment paper. So I still want to do Mod Podge on it, even with the heat gun, just to give it some glue.
So you don't have to be as careful trying to hold it.
Yeah, and then because you know that it's going to stay activated or whatever and glue to it. Which I probably didn't make no sense with that, but
yeah,
it's because I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing. So this is real wax. So what I'm going to do is take it down to the edge because I accidentally tore it too much over here. Which is okay there.
You can roll it, the candle itself.
And then, okay, so I do have a little bit of overlap right here.
Oh, snap.
Let me see if I can.
Make it blend. Let me zoom this in so everybody can see it.
Configure
video. Zoom.
Let's see if we can just.
I
just
zoomed.
Added a little bit of water. There's the rice thing.
Not
right
much
there.
of a zoom, but it zoomed. It wasn't much of a zoom. I should
see.
just grab that camera arm and bring it all the way down. It's a cool camera boom.
I don't think it's a bad overlap. Yeah, I think it's okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here where it overlaps at.
So what's the point in using a heat gun now, since you Mod Podged it?
So what it kind of does is it's kind of going to melt it a little bit into it. So it's going to melt a little bit of the wax with the Mod Podge into the paper. It's probably a step that you could skip.
Okay.
It really is probably a step you could skip. But it does help it dry fast.
Yeah, well, I imagine so.
Yeah. because that dried really fast. Like I don't even feel it. That part.
Yeah, if you're gonna mess with the wax candle, you're gonna want to be fast because wax melts quick. Because I used a heat gun to get that candle wax out of those empty jars, so we could use the jars. Just hold that candle upside down and go around it like that with the heat gun, and it just dripped right out. Ooh, that heat gun blowing my way. It actually blows harder than you would think.
Mm-hmm, it does.
I thought it was going to singe my face. It singed my eyelashes.
So, do I?
Not really. I'm just kidding, guys. Microphone.
Yeah, just make sure.
Where's Kat at? She's not in the chat tonight.
She's not. She's probably getting ready to go to work. I'm just going to... I don't think that I think with the heat gun, it's like she said, you have to be super careful to, because you just melt the candle. And for this paper, you actually have to use it a little bit longer. That you have to keep the heat gun on it a little bit longer to get it to go. So I think on this, for this paper and the project that we're doing tonight, I think you could possibly skip the heat gun and just use the Mod Podge and then let it go.
Or you could soften the candle up first with the heat gun and roll it over the Mod Podge.
Now you can do that, but you'd have to, again, you would need to be really quick because it dries. I mean, you're not really melting the candle.
No, you're just softening it up a little bit.
Yeah, you're just softening it up for this, yeah. So, like, I love this one with the horse and the barn. Or is that a house? It's probably a house.
Yeah, it's a barn house.
Yeah, barn house.
I mean, a farmhouse. A barn house.
Barn house.
Oh, boy.
So, I really like that. And then we'll do the same thing. So I like it. Well, let's see if I can save as much of the paper as I possibly can.
Donna, you're correct. That paper is thicker than the tissue paper.
It is
Sure.
thicker. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's measure here. So let me give myself a little bit more grace down here.
You don't waste any paper. You're saving those pieces for something.
Oh, I mean, they're good pieces to use. So what I'll do is just give myself a little bit of grace on each end. And then we can just tear that. That works out. So now you have that piece. And we'll go here. We'll go here. And we'll go just down here on this white line and get it off too.
Okay. So some of y'all have already signed up for the DIY Decor Kit pre-recorded class video. And your shipping was a little higher than what it should have been. So if you've noticed, I've been the last 2 days, I've been refunding money back in everybody's account to make up for that. So the error came from the box size that was being put in. It was assuming a 16-inch box, and I tried not to use those. I try to use 12-inch boxes at minimum, and that's what size everything fits in just fine, 12 by 9 by 4, and the weight of the package was a little bit over 5.5. Some of them were 6 pounds, some were 5.5 pounds. A little bit of difference in the way wood weighs. So I do apologize for that. So mostly, for that, Karen, there's no deadline. It's since it's a pre-recorded video. I do cut them to order though, so it may take 2 to 3 days before I actually ship it out. and I can't refund the shipping difference until after I mark it as shipped. So what I did was I just cut as many as I could, and then I packaged it up, and then I changed everything inside GoDaddy's ship engine, or not GoDaddy's ship engine, inside ship engine, to be able to say that this package weighs 5.25 pounds, and then usually that gets me about dead on. And then Missy will show y'all at the here after while all this stuff is drying, she'll show you exactly what it is that we're working on. And everybody's stuff so far, everybody's order will ship tomorrow. Now most of them I marked as shipped as soon as I got them packed up in the box and weighed. There's one that I haven't, and it's a brown wash, so I'll have the brown wash. I'm going to be bottling the brown up tonight. Most of everybody's been choosing whitewash, so I was really shocked by that, because Missy's always choosing brown washes and never white washes, so that threw me for a curve.
I like brown, but I like the white too. White is just like clean, and it actually goes with like every decor. Like, so no matter what your wood tone is in your house.
Right.
So I definitely understand why.
But yeah, so so I'm going to explain the class. We'll be making, or Missy's going to be making 4 block sitters with you guys. There's 4 different designs for the different seasons. We got spring, which is a flowery design. Summer, which is a really cool watercolor watermelon. Can't help myself on that one. Isn't that the one I chose to go with, was a watermelon?
I think so.
The fall is a pumpkin with some little decor around it. It's really cool, and it's got a border. And winter is a winter scene with some house. Christmas. Yeah, it's not a Christmas scene, but it is. It's just a winter snowy scene.
Right.
And you'll be getting a 4-ounce white cotton chalk paint
to paint the front of it.
To paint the front of it with. You'll get a 2-ounce white or brown. If you choose brown for brown wash, you'll get it's actually 1 3/4 ounce. You're going to take and add another 1/4 ounce of water to that, and you're going to mix it up, and that's going to create your wash. And what else? You get a 1-inch flat brush, 2 ounces of Mod Podge, and a 2-inch chip brush.
Yeah. So you get everything you'll need to make that kit.
Everything besides a piece of sandpaper. You might want a piece of sandpaper just in case your wood grain rises up a little bit. Yeah. But that shouldn't really be a problem.
What you'll want is your scissors, sand and sponge, sandpaper, gloves if you want to use gloves to keep your hands clean when you do the wash thing, because that can be a little bit more messier than painting. And then definitely parchment paper if you're wanting to do the iron-on part of it. So, because we'll do it both ways, the iron and the traditional if you don't want to do the iron. Okay, so if you're going to use the napkin to do this or anything, if you go to decoupage the napkin, make sure that you separate it. It's a 2-ply napkin, so you're just going to want to take the back part of it off and save it. And then for this one, this is a plastic candle. It's not wax, but this is a napkin, so this one can wrinkle up the easiest, way easier than that. So we're just going to work real careful on this one. But I still like it. I still think it's pretty. So let's see if I can give, it has a little bit of the texture to it. It doesn't really bother me, but if it did bother you, you could easily iron this.
Iron it first.
And it will get a lot of that out. For this, I'm not too much worried about the wrinkles because it's a napkin, and once I get it wet, it's going to get, that's it.
Plus, is that candle textured too, like the other one?
No, this one's smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would work well with it.
So I'm just wanting
Karen
to get
said she said, okay, cool, I'll be signing up on Friday. And then Susie said, I'm going to sign up for that class right now because I keep forgetting. Just remember, if you live in California or on the West Coast, there's a good possibility your shipping may calculate out at a much higher rate than what it actually costs to ship. Somebody bought one they ordered the class the other Sunday night at like 12:30 in the morning. I jumped up because I saw that shipping was $20, and I was like, holy cow, that's not right. I sent her an email, told her that's not right. And then I ran over to the computer and I started trying to figure out why the shipping was off so bad.
Okay, so
But
the napkin and
you most definitely get your shipping refunded.
the napkin and the there's a big difference
between
in
the shipping. I'm sorry.
The napkin and the rice paper. A lot of it's going to be the texture, and the other part of it is how we're going to match it up. So I'm kind of paying attention to where it's going to seam up at. So what I think what I'll do is I'm just going to wet my edges and to tear it like I did the rice paper, so that way it's frayed. But you know, with this, I'm not wanting it to be even, but it doesn't tear the same as it does with the rice paper. So the blend is a little bit different. I'm not even quite sure where it's going to end at, so I'm just going to wait.
I took you into overhead only mode. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing? You're never late, so you don't have to apologize for that. You arrive precisely when you mean to. And there's nothing wrong with that.
So let me get some Mod Podge on here, and let's just wing this. Let's just see what happens.
That's what I say anyways. Anytime somebody says I'm late, I always say that I arrived precisely when I meant to. And I stole that from Lord of the Rings, the movie. Gandalf says that to Frodo when he's hopping on the cart. So Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah. That's the actual name of the movie, and it's part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I'm just not going to stress about wrinkles if there are any.
I wonder if he said it in the book. Now I'm curious.
But I'm just going to mash it down.
Tracy, we are decoupaging some candles today with the Decoupage of the Month papers.
And a napkin.
And a napkin, which Missy threw napkins into the package.
The kit.
Into the, that mailed out.
So we're just going to work a little bit at a time.
You should show off those napkins Tina gave you.
Oh, yeah, they're...
in the laundry room.
I did put them up because I didn't want them to get messed up. I didn't want nobody to accidentally use them.
Lisa, that is a good observation. Rice paper is easier to work with, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
It is. It is for sure easier. It is easier than the napkin to do this.
I think my voice sounds weird today.
But I really like the napkin. And I want to use it. But I'm also okay if it wrinkles up, so I'm not too much stressing about it. I'm just kind of mashing it. If you had like a piece of saran wrap or
are these them?
A Ziploc bag. Are they strawberries?
Strawberries, raspberries.
Yeah.
And then a surprise.
Can you shut that door?
Huh?
Can you shut that door?
Yeah.
It's definitely, I'm not going to worry about the wrinkles. I'm okay with it. If it wrinkles up, I'm okay with it. Because the one thing is this isn't a real candle. So if you wanted to make this candle look old or antique, you could easily go over it with some like antiquing glaze or something like that after we get it sealed up, and that would give it that old look if you wanted to.
Lisa, we sell lots of different paper in the store. We sell the Primo, we sell Dixie Belle, we sell ours. Ours tends to sell out pretty quick. So we'll try to keep it in stock. She's coming in November to the store.
Okay.
So
yeah, we have a lot of Prima papers.
Yep.
That we just got in. Not so much a lot of Dixie Belle papers, just because I have a hard time liking some of the patterns. Yeah, some of their stuff. Or finding it very useful. And I know that's just me, but... All right, so what I'm going to do is pull it back just a little bit.
Yeah, she's driving down from New Jersey.
All right. And what
or
we're
flying down. Well, she's either driving down or flying down.
Just going to pull it back.
I always just assume driving.
A little bit, and I'm going to take my napkin, and I'm going to... I'm going to take my water brush, And I'm just going to go around this edge right here. And
She is driving.
She's driving. Be careful. We're just going to tear it just a little bit. Real easy. And then we'll take this brush. And we'll just push the overlap down. And it's not that big of an overlap. Just a little bit. But I feel like it's okay.
I can't wait to see them lit up.
I know. And then I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and just go over it, kind of push any of the wrinkles. But like I said, on the napkin, I'm just not going to stress out the wrinkles. But if you were using this on a wax candle, you could definitely heat it up and get it. And I bet you could even take parchment paper and put it around your candle and take your iron and then kind of just iron it out that way. I bet you could actually do that.
This is walnut. I thought it was oak, but it smells like walnut. Looks like walnut too, and it's dark.
I'm just going to keep on going around it.
But yeah, we'll actually be taking a batch of paper to the store tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
But I'm trying not to overwork my Mod Podge. There we go. I'm going to set that one down to the side and let it dry some. And this is the first one that we started with. So I want to heat these up a little bit with the heat gun so that way I can make sure everything is dry. And then we'll go off and sand these edges off.
Heat gun time. I don't know where the cam bone is, but she hasn't interrupted us at all tonight, so that's really good. I know they were barking hardcore when we got home. Yeah, don't forget that one's real wax. How long does it take to get from New Jersey to Alabama? I bet that's a heck of a trip. I'd probably have to sleep twice.
So I'm just going to take this. I'm using 400 grit, and it's extra. It's fine, but I just don't want to end up messing up my candles. So I just used 400 grit, and it might take a little bit more.
It'll take some.
It'll take some. Should I just get the other grit?
400 grit is used for, usually, I don't know, 400 grit's for really fine stuff.
It's really fine. I just grabbed it because it was right there.
Is that part of the, did you buy 400 grit the other day when we went?
No.
Okay.
This is just out of the sand
the sandpaper
basket
that I got.
Yeah, that I was like, well, this one feels fine enough. And then when I come and sat down, I realized it was 400 grit.
Yeah,
and I was like, what?
240 is probably ideal for this,
Yeah.
especially because it's candle wax.
I mean, it's working.
Okay, Tennessee. She goes to Tennessee first, and that's a 12-hour trip.
Okay.
So if you're going from Clarksville, Tennessee, which is in between, it's at the top of the state near Kentucky. I know for sure it's 4 hours, 4.5 hours from there to Clanton, Alabama.
On a good, well, Jim's. Well, I guess Clanton,
No,
yeah.
Clanton, because some of our trips was all the way to Clanton from Clarksville. She's going to Pigeon Forge. So that's probably about the same distance. So actually, I think Pigeon Forge took us
I honestly can't remember how long.
3.5, 4 hours.
On that
But
trip.
there was heavy traffic in Knoxville when we drove through. So yeah, probably it'll be a 16 hours total if you're trying to make the whole drive in one day. But yeah, no, I would most definitely. I wouldn't be able to do it. Not now.
I'm gonna grab this
I'd have
other
to stop.
sandpaper. I'm gonna go with 220 grit.
You were still trying to use 400
I
grit?
I was trying not to get up, so I was gonna use.
That's a hallmark. That's your hallmark. Getting up.
Getting up, yeah. I was trying not to get up. Yeah, 220 is much nicer to use than the 400.
Like I wouldn't want to try to paint over a sanded 400 grit surface unless it was a second coat, because it wouldn't want to adhere as well. Once you get above that, you start burnishing the piece.
I also thought that it would be pretty to add a mold to these.
Is our store close to Maymay's store?
Very close.
It is 1, 2, 3 stoplights.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, 3 stoplights.
No time at all to get from one store to the other.
Donna said, "Can you use the water?" She asked, "Can you use the water brush, or would that mess up the candle?"
I don't think it would mess it up because it's.
I think you're just looking for a smooth cut.
I'm just looking for that smooth cut, yeah, not a torn one, because this one especially has a thicker lip around it, right here.
Yeah, hold it up closer to that, and then
so what I was looking for was just for it to go,
and then hold it sideways so they can see a little bit better.
A
there
straight,
you go.
Just
a fine cut.
Yeah,
along
that's
the
what
edge.
there you go. Yeah, that's
Lisa said that's great.
Yeah.
That is close to Maymay's, but yeah, we're really close to Maymay's. Oh.
Look how pretty that is.
Oh, let me throw it in a different view, sorry.
Which one you want to go on?
I'll go main camera right here. So that's candle number 1.
Candle number 1.
I think that looks awesome. Dude, that was a great idea.
I think they're really pretty. And I think, as I said, like, I think that you could use these all year round, but why am I back on the 400? Get these.
3M even did everybody a favor and color coded their new papers.
They went purple. But like
Donna
I think,
said that's pretty, and then Lisa said that's so cool it looks great.
Thank you. I think they would be pretty to put in, especially for the red, white, and blue decor.
You're almost sanding off screen.
I think you could even go fancier and tie a little ribbon around it, or a piece of burlap.
Or stamp it. You could use a paint stamp and stamp it with a paint stamp.
That's what I want to do next, actually.
Tracy says she loves the color.
With the tissue paper. Just a plain piece of tissue paper. So if we need, well, I forgot this side.
Yep, forgot a side.
Yeah, I forgot the bottom. It's because the bottom one I got so close to the, like I did it right on the paper, and it just kind of.
So yeah, so long story short, 220 grits your perfect grit for this kind of stuff. It's not too rough, and it's not so fine that it takes you 30 minutes to get her done.
Yeah, like that 400.
And yeah, this is 220 that she's using.
Yeah.
The sandpaper I got outside on the automotive stuff is 240, which is Merca. The rhomboid paper.
I mean, it'll make your sandpaper a little bit like gummed up a little bit because of the wax. Like those are, because these are waxed.
But in the scheme of things, sandpaper's not.
I mean, yeah, I'm just using a tiny piece of it. Yeah.
All right, let's turn the light off again. You can't see your other one as good.
I think I need new batteries.
We need some new batteries for these.
I think I need some new batteries.
And these are Missy's personal fake candles.
Yeah.
Hence the name. I think I said fake candles. I think that's what I titled the video.
You typed it, yeah.
We're gonna be doing fake or faux. I may have said faux. I try to throw some fancy words out there every once in a while.
Oh.
When I was younger, I would say fox.
Because of that X.
Yeah, I would say fox, but fox. That's a fox leather jacket. And my dad was just looking at me.
This is the one that I kind of heated up with the heat gun with the wax.
Yeah.
See it how it almost makes it look a little bit translucent.
Yeah, and it looks waxy. That's the cool thing about doing the wax, the way that Donna was talking about.
So I bet I could go over that.
Because the candle looks waxy, like it's part of the candle. That's so cool.
That's how it was with the tissue paper that I did with the kids that year.
Maybe we should try to experiment with it and then come back and do another one and show exactly how to do it, especially with the rice paper, because it would be different with tissue.
I think, yeah, because the tissue literally just melted. And I didn't even use a heat gun. I used a blow dryer. I mean, that's what I used. And I just...
Because I'm digging the way that looks with that waxy surface.
Yeah, it looks waxy. More so than the paper on it.
Here, put it right here on this cutting board. Get everybody to be able to see that. Oops, it's too far away. I'll cut this light off.
I was trying to find my seam. It might be right there. But
come on, camera. There we go. Yeah, see how this one still has that waxy look? Donna, that's such a great idea. I think we'll do one sometime that's just the candle melted to the paper and see how that turns out, because that's pretty amazing, actually. So that's such a great idea. Is that what you're doing with? Oh, that's the same one.
yeah, that was
Donna said, that's pretty good, Missy, if you can't find the seam.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I bet if I just went with an iron.
Well, be careful, don't burn your hand.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to keep it moving.
Yep.
Okay, so these would be the last one. This one is the last one, which is still a napkin, so it's
Why does the napkin stay wet longer? Oh, you can't talk because you don't have your mic on. Diana Campanelli said, hi, y'all. I'm late. You're not late. You're right on time. Just to catch you up, we are decoupaging fake candles. And with rice paper and tissue paper.
napkin.
My bad, a napkin. She got me. She said napkin. I think napkins and tissues, it's all the same to me, but it's not really.
Actually, this one is okay. The napkin is okay. It has more wrinkles, and I did say I didn't care about the wrinkles.
Yeah, you love saying you don't care about the wrinkles, but I know they're driving you insane right now.
They probably are going to. But I don't think it would hurt to go over it with the little heat iron just to see what will happen.
Melt your plastic. Diana said, cool. So, yeah. I imagine it would melt the plastic, honestly. But maybe not.
This candle is a little bit different. I'm not even sure where I got this one from. This one actually feels like a cheaper one compared to
some of the others.
to my other ones. I mean, the wrinkles don't look bad, and it actually melts into it really nice. On this one, so see how it, like, some of the spots are white and some of them are translucent. So do you think it's because that's where I didn't get like maybe I didn't have enough Mod Podge. Do you think that's what that is?
Yep, those are dry spots
so
underneath.
It's like a dry spot underneath?
It's a dry spot underneath.
So I mean, it don't really bother me, but I can just see it. Like when you hold it up, it's not really, but when it's in my face, I can see it.
It's just a dry spot underneath. I don't know if there's gonna be much you can do about it.
And then again, it's like, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go over it. I'm just gonna go.
Rebecca, that's a great question.
It's dry, so I don't know.
Rebecca said, she started off by saying, "Hey y'all, can't wait for these papers to come. The papers that we're doing here."
Yes.
I was looking at your Prima products and was wondering what gilding glue is.
Yes, gilding glue.
I can explain that one.
Go ahead.
All right. Gilding glue is used for gilding paper. Mm-hmm. And we don't have any gilding paper listed yet. I don't even have the metallic flakes listed, I don't believe. Because I'm still working, I'm still working on getting all that stuff done. Working today and yesterday.
We worked at the store today and yesterday, so it's hard to work the store as the retail part of it and do the online part of it.
Long story short, I did get the metal flakes on there. So long story short is, it's a glue that stays tacky, and you take, and in the case of metal flakes, you can take your metal flakes and kind of just sprinkle them over it, and then use a brush and brush them around or brush them off. And it creates a neat effect. I would use the flakes sparingly as opposed to the sheets. The sheets are coming. I don't have them yet, but as soon as they get here, I'll get those uploaded too, and they're pretty awesome. I experimented with a test sheet that I had gotten and was thoroughly impressed with the way that worked out. Thoroughly impressed.
Probably would work out better that way.
But in the meantime, we sell Dixie Belle.
Stick and Shine.
Is that what it's? No. Dixie Shine.
Dixie Shine. Stick with me and Dixie Shine. That's what it is on Dixie Belle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what she's done.
What?
Nothing. It is indeed spelled wrong on the website.
What is?
Gilding glue.
Oh. Typo.
Yeah.
I have these little wooden things like this. I brought them home because I thought it would be fun to put the feet up underneath this. I don't know if I'll do it yet or not, but it kind of makes it a little riser. And I have 4, but I think I'll have to get Rodney to I don't know if he needs to staple it or something, because this one goes a little bit, so it could just be my board or it could be my counter, but this one and this one doesn't want to touch at the same time. So that seems like a Rodney task. That seems like something Rodney would be good at, not Missy.
You just glue it. That's what you have to do.
Look how cute they turned out. Now this candle, it has the white light. These are the softer orange lights. And my batteries are not exactly the best.
No, they're not. You'd have to cut that other light off, maybe.
They need to be changed out. I need new batteries. What if I just, I can't find my switch.
There you go.
Can you see them now?
Yeah, you can see them.
I'm not stepping on my dog underneath my feet.
They look really good, actually.
Oh, I like it.
Diana said those look great.
Karen,
it wasn't autocorrect. I have to type every single product in manually. I can't just mass upload stuff. So
how did you have it spelled?
GLID. She said, "What is glitting wax?" Glitting glue.
Nice. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's okay, babe. You're doing a fantastic job getting all of that on there. So I can see a little bit of the seam here and here, but it's not bad at all. The one that I melted the wax into it, I can't really see it at all. so that's a good thing. But
there, if you refresh your browser, it is fixed.
I like them. I think that these would be fun to do in a bunch of different ways. I definitely think these would be fun to do on different seasons. The other ones that I want to do, I want to use, we also have Redesigned by Prima stamps. They're big stamps. I use them a lot for like furniture, stamping on the furniture. That's because they're big. What are they, 12 by 12 big?
12 inch by 12 inch, yes.
Yeah, so
Karen said I'm trying to help.
So I would like
it's
to.
okay. Look, I make mistakes, and that was one of them. Now,
We all do.
misspelling is a huge thing for me. I don't like to misspell stuff personally. So, yeah, that's a good one. I fixed it though.
Good job.
Yeah. Great job. Show them what the class is.
Okay. So my candles.
Your candles are very pretty. Everybody said they look pretty. They look really great.
I'm going to take my feet off.
Rebecca said, no worries. I just thought maybe there was a new product that helps stuff glide.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Gliding.
Gliding
glue.
Gliding glue. That's a good one.
That would be wax.
Okay, so here's what I'll show y'all tonight.
Gliding wax.
Yeah. I'll show y'all these. Is this in the way or is it good?
It's good. You're good.
All right, so you'll get 4 blocks. I'm going to turn them this way. You'll get 4 blocks.
They'll either be brown
They'll
wash or white
Well,
wash.
you'll either get brown wash or
You'll
white
choose
wash.
whether you want brown wash or you choose whether
So I
you want
did
white wash.
2 brown and 2 white, so that way I'd have both of them. And then you will get spring, summer, fall,
Why is it not showing corrected?
and winter. And the one thing that I think is cool about this kind of stuff is like you can distress, you can add waxes if you wanted to. You could even add like the messy bows. You could tie burlap around it like that. This is just the basics of it. Like you could still get, you know, really creative with these. So you'll get 4 plain blocks. You'll get your wash, whether it's brown or white. You'll get these 4 images, Mod Podge, 1-inch brush and a 2-inch brush, and you'll get the chalk
And you'll be
paint.
making your own wash. We're not making the wash for you.
You're washing them. You're going to do it. That's why
We're sending you the stuff. You'll just need to add some water.
That's why I said, like, if you don't want it to get messy on your hands, you could easily have
I'm in the way.
put gloves on.
See ya.
So another thing that I thought about too that you might want to have is if you have an old piece of cloth like a t-shirt or something like that, that would be helpful because you can use that to rub the wash in. Some people use baby wipes. Baby wipes are fine except for
On
if
the
your
end grain.
edges of your wood, if they have any kind of grit to it, they're going to pull your baby wipes, and then you're going to have that fibers from the baby wipe in your towel. So I don't really suggest that for these pieces because this wood is raw and it's going to, you know, it's flawed on its own. It's just natural. We pick the best ones, but wood is wood. So a t-shirt.
And I do sand the fire out of it, but like she says,
wood is wood.
And if it's on the end grain, it's most definitely going to catch, regardless of what I do with it.
Yeah.
So I can sand it till the cows come home, and the end grain is going to be end grain.
In a paper towel or a baby wipe or anything like that, anything that has fibers to it there's a possibility it'll grab onto your wood and that it can.
And you could just use your brush as you could just use one of your paint brushes.
You
to
absolutely
do the
can
wash
use your
with,
brush and then
wipe
it
it off. Yep.
Yeah, no big deal.
Lisa said those are beautiful.
But you can also just use an old t-shirt that you just use and then throw it away or whatever. Not a big deal either. I think they are really pretty. I hope y'all really do like them. But I also hope that y'all get super creative and go beyond what we're doing. We're just getting the basics and getting this started. But I definitely hope that y'all go beyond that. And I definitely want to see pictures of them if you do. Yeah,
because you can most definitely take your brush and dry brush around the edges. Mm-hmm. Like Missy said, put bows on it.
Antique and waxes, anything like that. I mean, you know, embellishments, anything like that you have. Like with the watermelon, you could easily add anything summer to it.
Right.
just fun stuff. I think the next class that I'm wanting to do afterwards, I think I want it to be a little step up than this with the block sitter.
Yeah, it's most definitely going to be a step up.
So I think I want.
But
that
this
one
one's a step up from last time. Last
Yeah.
time we restained all the blocks. They got 3 blocks.
So you're
This
gonna
one's
do your own
actually
paint
themed.
wash. And you just have one for each season.
I think that one's a good one.
Cool. I like block sitters. I think block sitters are fun to have around. Also think that they're great gifts and they're just easy to decorate with, and you could like, where's my winter one? Look how pretty it is with a candle. I'm waiting to see if it'll pop up.
The fall and winter ones are my favorites, Diana said.
The fall and winter ones are mine too. Look how it goes with the blue and white candle.
I posted a link in the comments just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
Why does it do that? There we go. But yeah, my favorite is actually the watermelon.
Oh, and I want to show the stuff that Tina gave me.
Yes. Oh yeah, Tina.
So Tina came back and
Tina
she brought me
Montville
these
came
things.
back from where?
London.
From London.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she brought me these napkins. Are you on the overhead?
I'm overhead only now. Let me zoom in some.
Can you see it? It's got the queen on it. And it looks like the money. And then
Rebecca, I didn't even think about that.
Aren't these Brenda Berry napkins? Don't these just scream Brenda Berry? It's the first person I thought of when I saw these. They just screamed Brenda Berry to me. And then these lemons and oranges. I love those. And they have little bees on them.
And these are from the UK.
I thought that was super
How cool
neat.
is that?
And these have little strawberries and ladybugs on them. I thought they were super cute. And then these have strawberries and bumblebees on them. Super cute. So
And these are Emily's favorite right here. The queen.
I thought they were super cool. I thought it was very cool that she brought me that. She brought me one more thing, and I'll show y'all that too.
Rebecca said, can we order extra papers if we wanted to do the front and the back? With the same designs or like extra designs? Because that's a great question. And it's something I didn't think about until you just asked it. Oh, yeah, here comes the favorite part.
This was the other thing that she brought. You can go this one.
Yeah. It's a Queen's Corgi.
It's the Queen's Corgi. She's got a crown and she's wearing her little thing that says I Heart London on it. And that's a Corgi. I showed it to Cammie too, and Cammie tried to get it immediately. She tried to get it out of my hands. She was like, oh, I'll take that. I was like, no, you can't have it. But isn't that super cute?
Same design. She wants the same designs. Yeah, I can print the same designs off. Let's see. Is it okay if I email you, Rebecca? And then I can maybe add that into the thing as an add-on item, just in case they wanted extra papers. I don't know how. Yeah, that's how I'll do it.
Yeah. Because you could actually do.
Yeah, she said that's fine.
You could do front and back.
Yeah.
And like fall and winter.
Or you could do fall and fall, and then have it sitting like, let's say you didn't want your block sitter back there.
Double-sided. So if it was like in the middle of the table or something, that would be cute too.
Rebecca said, "Oh, the cuteness."
Oh yeah, isn't this one cute? I love it. It's so cute. I was like, what? It's the Corgi. It's Queen Cammie.
Yeah.
As I said,
Queen Cammie. Yep.
Queen Cammie. I thought it was super awesome that she brought that back. We're glad that Tina's back.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's all I got tonight.
That's all you got tonight?
That's all I got.
All right. Y'all, we'll see y'all Friday at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
And y'all be careful. Stay safe. Rebecca, I'll email you after the show. Oh, Frida said, please clear something up for me. Is Picker a groundhog or a gopher?
Oh, Picker
Is a groundhog.
is a groundhog.
Yeah. I keep saying prairie dog, but he's a groundhog.
He's a groundhog.
Donna said he's much cuter than Picker.
Very cuter than Picker. Picker did make it to his destination, and I gotta drop the videos to Rodney so that he can put that out there.
Yep.
Since Maymay's bag has been seen and everything, so but I did record Picker making his way to Maymay's shop. So
Jennifer said Christmas would be pretty too. Yeah, I like Christmas designs, and when it get a little bit closer, I'll start uploading a ton of Christmas designs onto in the Rustic Relics Decoupage Paper section. But with the Decoupage of the Month, we try to stay away from any themes like that, right?
I mean,
because you don't want people getting offended, for lack of a better term.
yeah, because we don't know what everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what everybody likes. I love Christmas. I think it's the greatest time of the year.
Christmas is so.
I love Christmas and I love Easter.
Yeah.
Donna says she talked about Picker today.
Did she? I didn't get to catch the front half of Maymay's live. I only got to catch the back half of it. I wondered what she said about Picker.
I don't know. We'll have to watch it now.
I had to go back
and
rewatch it. I was wondering what she said about Picker. I was like, she would have to. She would have to bring up Picker.
Susie said she made it to the end of the show. Frida said thanks. Jamie said great show. Karen said thanks guys, great show. Lisa said, Donna said I love Christmas too. And Frida said, yes, she did, lol. She talked about it on the show.
Okay, I'll have to go back and watch
Old
that.
Picker.
Old Picker. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Y'all have a great night. We appreciate you watching and hanging out with us.
Yep.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we will definitely see y'all Friday.
Yep, that's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.